When I start to write something, I find that looking up the words often helps me to clarify what I want to say about it. Today's crisis value is feel all the feels. And shockingly, the word feels does not appear in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It does, however, appear in dictionary.com's Slang dictionary. Feel all the feels. Cute puppy dogs, a bad breakup, some really good pizza. These things give us all the feels. The slang term describes an overwhelming emotional reaction, often with a humorous tone. Related words, loud, crying face emoji. While the origin of the word may have a humorous tone, our usage of it takes from a warm and fuzzy place to a place of true, genuine, uncensored emotion. Over the last several weeks, I've talked with several church members who seem to feel bad about their feelings. I get it. Really, I do. I get that many of us were told from a very early age to hold in our emotions. Boys don't cry, and girls don't get mad, right? We may only recently be wearing real masks for protection, but many of us have worn emotional masks, hiding how we truly feel for a long time. Avoiding physical pain is a multi-billion-dollar enterprise, and I have to wonder if the impacts on our ability to deal with emotional pain as well. So here are some tangible ways to feel all the feels. Cry. I've been known to do something to make myself cry because I knew that I would feel better afterwards. And I know it's not just me because I mentioned this to Jana Laver once and she said, "Oh yeah, sometimes you have to break the dam." I've never been able to find the source, but I heard once that crying is the truest form of prayer. In the book of Psalms, David says that God keeps our tears in a bottle so that our sorrows are not forgotten. I know that some people don't feel the need to cry, but if you do, let the tears flow. I mean, I know it wasn't originally about tears, but the great philosopher Shrek says, "Better out than in," and it certainly applies here as well. Next, express your anger in healthy ways. I've been known to yell when I'm alone in my car. I know that we've been conditioned to believe that something like yelling in your car is at best weird and at worst means that something is wrong with you. But if you think about it, the sounds of screaming and the muscle constrictions that come with it, now think about if all of that was still inside of you and you've been holding on to all of that anger. Ecclesiastes 7:9 says, "Don't be too quick to get angry, because anger lives in the fool's heart." I can certainly see why verses like this and others like them have led us to a place where we believe that Christians shouldn't get angry. To me, anger only lives in the fool's heart when we hold on to it, when it festers, when we act like nothing is wrong. I know many of us yell at our loved ones more than we would like as a means to express our anger. Think about how it might feel to get all of that out by throwing soft objects at the basement wall or breaking clay pots in a field instead. Talk about a family bonding moment. We can also feel all the positive feels too. Recently, I spent some time by myself at Canyon Ferry Lake, and later the kids and Eric came up and joined me. Several times I found myself really feeling all the feels, letting it soak in. I made yummy food, I let the sun brush against my skin, I let my heart grow every time my son giggled. A beautiful setting is not needed to feel all the feels though. I saw a member of the church yesterday sitting outside under her tree reading a book and just taking it all in. I didn't talk to her about it specifically, but the vibe that she was putting out told me that even though there is bad all around, she was allowing herself to feel the feels of the good about the things that she could. The opposite of mental health is mental illness, a term typically reserved for mental health disorders such as severe depression or anxiety disorders, schizophrenia, eating disorders, or addictive behavior. But I think it's also a helpful frame as we think about taking care of ourselves during crisis moments. If we think about times of high stress as a time of being sick, then feeling all the feels, letting it out, letting the little things whisk you away to a joyful place, then that is a good way to make you well. The church emergency number is 406-333-1856 because your mental health matters.